Perhaps you're listening to this because you often find yourself catastrophizing, where you imagine everything going wrong in future situations, and you create vivid mental fantasies of future disasters that make you feel anxious and panicky. On one level, you might even know quite well that you're being irrational and that these things probably won't happen, but that doesn't stop the emotional part of your mind cycling through the same old worry thoughts over and over. As the writer Mark Twain once said, I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. Neuroscientists have found that when someone vividly imagines doing something like playing tennis, the same parts of their brain are activated as if they were really doing that activity. So when you vividly imagine everything going wrong, your brain and your body start responding as if those things were actually happening. Your heart rate increases, adrenaline is released into your bloodstream, and your body gets ready to face what it believes is a real and present danger. But of course, the future disaster you're imagining is all a mental fantasy, and you're actually just sitting at home in your living room, scaring yourself with imaginary scenarios. Your ability to imagine the future, to plan where you want to be heading in your life, and to plan out in detail how you'll deal with obstacles along the way, is a tremendously powerful resource. Deciding what you'll do if something goes wrong in a situation is a key part of effective planning, and it's foolish to just assume that everything in life will always go smoothly and perfectly. Sometimes a flight will be delayed when you're about to go on vacation. Sometimes it will rain on a garden party that's been planned for months. Sometimes a person will lose their train of thought in an important presentation. And sometimes someone will spill pasta sauce down themselves on a first date. These are all common human experiences. But when you focus too much on things going wrong, you end up distorting reality, and you interfere with your ability to think clearly and get on with living your life. Because, objectively speaking, it's very rare for things to go terribly wrong, just as it's also rare for astounding, life-transforming, wonderful surprises to happen. Most of life happens somewhere in the middle of those extremes. And while a person who's worried about giving a presentation next Tuesday might think about Tuesday as a looming dark deadline in their mind that they can't see beyond, the truth is that after their presentation, no matter how it goes, they'll go home, they might talk to their friends or their family, have dinner, maybe they'll go to the gym later in the week, perhaps they'll watch a movie at the weekend. Bit by bit, they'll move on from that event. Life goes on. And whether things go perfectly your way or not, you'll deal with what happens. This more balanced, rational way of thinking about things becomes much easier to apply to your life when you know how to instinctively calm yourself down, so that rather than being at the mercy of your own thoughts or feeling like you're a passive victim of the fates, you learn to take command of yourself and to deliberately calm and quiet your mind so that you can get on with living your life. And this session is now going to guide you through a series of very powerful hypnotic techniques to teach you how to calm down that anxious part of you, so that you can think more clearly and rationally about things.